everyone, welcome to our backyard garden.
Hi everybody. Today it's what is that? May 5th, 2015. Hey son, let me ask you something. Do you know what volunteer means?
Yes, a volunteer is someone who decides to do something that even though they're not told to do.
Wow, excellent. So kind of like volunteers, like willingness to do something, right?
Without being told.
Well, being told, or yeah. So today, what we're going to talk about today is real quick is volunteer plants. Okay. So we want to show everybody. We're going to make a quick video to show everybody a lot of our volunteers plants in our garden. A lot of my plants, like my son say, are volunteer. So I want to just go through them and show you guys some of the plants I have in my garden that are volunteer. Okay, so first of all, this is one of my raised bed. Okay, can you guys move out? Daddy, show everybody real quick, okay? Now, all these plants that you see here, which all this tiny little plant here. Can you guys tell me what are these plants? Do you know what these plants are?
Yes.
Those are okra. Okay, all these little guys here, okra.
Those are volunteer plants.
Yeah, they just germinated everywhere on the garden.
Probably from the original we used to have around here.
Yeah, because we used to grow him here. That's right, from last year.
Yeah.
So when they get a little bigger, we're gonna move them, right? When they get a little taller, a few several inches, I'll transplant them. Somehow the volunteer plant do very well. They germinate very, very fast, and they grow very fast as well. Now this eggplant did not volunteer. Obviously, I bought this year. It's kind of tough this year for me to germinate them. Also, this is yard beans. I plant them on the ground. It kind of took them a few days, even weeks, before they adjust to the soil, and they will climb up this tall trellis here, almost 8 feet tall, all the way on top. Okay, so that's one of our volunteer plants, and let's move on. Sometimes they're not exactly a true volunteer, but again, volunteer, the definition is volunteer for me, is that I don't plan the growing. I just allow the seed to spread by itself. That's my definition of volunteer. Sometimes the seeds, I just throw them, and then next season they'll comes up. And that is somewhat volunteer, even though I purposely dump the seeds in the ground. Now, other true volunteers are the plants that produce the flowers, the seeds, and then they drop, and then it comes up. So I would say that it's even more in terms of true volunteer. So here's another set of volunteer plant that I did to show everybody. These are my container tomato. If you recall my videos, all the plants, 4 of them in here, this 2 container, volunteer. They just here, and even look at the even small one coming up. But I only kept 2 of them, and I single stem them up into this trellis, and look at all the tomatoes they're producing now. And eventually I'll crop them up on top. On top's almost 6.5 feet. I'll crop them off and allow some of them to spread out, so that you can see a lot of tomatoes. So all those are volunteer. And look at this. This is another volunteer tomato plant. And here in my other raised bed here, little box, is a volunteer plant. I don't know what it is. Look like kabocha, I think, Japanese pumpkin, I think. I'm not sure, but I think that's what it is. Beautiful, huh?
It looks more like bitter
melon. Like a pumpkin. No, I don't think it's bitter melon. It probably look like a pumpkin, Japanese pumpkin with golden flesh inside. Very beautiful. Okay, so here, look at it again. See again. Look at that. A lot of okra just popping up everywhere. Now this is strawberry. They're not truly volunteer, but again, I planted several plants here, and they just spread all over the place, and I haven't had time to transplant them yet. They're very small. They don't look too good because I haven't taken care of them yet. But once I transplant them over to a better part of the garden, they will grow very well. So that's a volunteer plant. Okay, and this, of course, I grow them. Here we go again. This cilantro. Okay, cilantro's one of my volunteer plants as well. They grow like crazy. And look at all this seeds. And once they become seed, I guess you call them coriander, right? Seeds. Beautiful smell. I want to show you another one.
Oh, that one.
That's one. Where's Vincent? Here, this is also a cilantro plant. Okay, beautiful cilantro plant. This is, of course, a volunteer plant. Look at this. It's almost 2.5 feet tall. produce tons of seeds, and it's right smack in the middle of the grass, somewhere in the grass area. Look at that. Isn't that wonderful? All right, son. Very good. Good job. So here we want to show everybody again. I mistaken this in the past for Chinese kale, but they're actually broccoli. As you can see here, look at the broccoli heads are producing. I already harvested one big one last week. Remember that? So look at, here's another one. Look at this. Can you put your hand there so let everybody see how big that is? Look at my hand. Look
Nearly
at my
as big.
Okay, look at that. Wow. Huge, huh?
Nearly as
So all this plant, all this broccoli are volunteer from the other section of my garden, and I transfer them here. So then I want to show you also in the old spot, okay? Okay, so this is the old back part of my house where I put a lot of stuff here. And here you go again. This is a volunteer plant. Look at this is the broccoli. Some of them are transplant over there, and this one, look at that insect. Oh, tons of insects attacking. But all these plants here under the crawl space of the house with absolutely no care, no water. Okay, so look at volunteer plants are very, very strong. They may not produce the biggest, fruit or flowers, but they do very well in terms of survival. So let me show you some more, okay? Okay, so here we go again with this is one of my other tomatoes. Again, here we go again. It's a volunteer. But I want to show you guys some more stuff. Cilantro, that's exactly right. Also Thai pepper is also a volunteer. Now, this is very interesting about this tomato. If you look in here, this is where the base of the plant. Not really. That's not really true. The base of the plant is actually 12 inches. It's right here, right smack in the border here along the 2x4 wood. So what I did is I let it grow a little bit taller, and I bend it, okay, and I cover the entire stem 12 inches, and now it looks like it's here, but actually originally it's over here. I didn't transplant them, just bare the entire plant. And again, tomatoes are vines, so they don't mind being bearing deep, and they produce more roots, and they grow vigorously. Look at this beautiful tomatoes plant. As you can see here, from here up, look at this, how big it is. Oh my goodness.
Gonna make some good ketchup.
Oh yeah, and look at this. And here's how you can tell a tough tomato. Look at this. The clump of fruit, and the plants continue to grow, and even put out a sucker within the fruit. That is amazing. That is a beautiful tomato plant. Okay, so let's go again with more volunteers. So here we have more cilantro. Here, bitter melon. These are all volunteer bitter melon plants. I grew them last year, so now this pops up everywhere. Look, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4 so far in this section, and they start climbing up the trellis now. Look at that, some of them back there. You can see that. One of them here. Eventually I'll transplant this right there. And here's another one right there. So there's a lot of volunteers plant. Now this is the old beets here. It stayed here for a long time. This is the oldest one. I wonder how can I get some seeds out of this. I don't know how, but these beets I leave it there and as an experiment to see how can I get the seeds out of it. Okay, so we're growing a lot of tiny little thing out of it. So, okay, so let's move on and show everybody more volunteer plants. Okay, so I have some here. This is millibar spinach. Of course, it's at the end of the season now. It's producing little seeds, so it's not doing too well because I didn't really take care of it. Again, cilantro. Look at cilantro, almost 3 feet tall. Beautiful. With flowers, right? And producing seeds too.
Rip off these leaves.
Okay, so let's keep going. Let's see what else we have as volunteer plants here. No, that one I think I actually grow that. Some of them actually grow volunteer as well. Okay, so let's move on to the outside part. Okay, so we come to this part of my garden now. Of course, all the poppies are volunteer. All the seeds from last season drop, and they produce beautiful, beautiful plant. Again, this beautiful tomatoes, cherry tomato here, it's also a volunteer tomato. Look how beautiful that is. Strong, sturdy, look at beautiful clumps of tomatoes. Look at this. Okay, so that's another volunteer tomatoes, and I want to show you one more shot. Okay, so look at this. This is where my dragon fruit is at, and look at the ground cover. Those are not cover plant. Those are all tomatoes plant. I guess they come from my warm bins. The seeds somehow survive, and when I dump a lot of warm casting here, they just sprouted. Look at this. So eventually I'll probably keep some of them, and I'll probably remove 90% of them. I'll remove and keep maybe 4 of them here, and grow them single stem, so they come up very nicely. Okay, what else do we have? Let's see what else do we have as a volunteer. How about this one? Look at this tomato here as a volunteer. Look at this by itself, tomatoes, beautiful tomatoes, right?
They're good.
Yeah, and here too, and here on this part here, of course this is Chinese cabbage, I grow that. Okay, but this one, a volunteer, I don't know what it is, maybe cucumber. Same thing with this, all this, look at all these tomatoes, plants, all of them volunteer. So many volunteer plants in our garden, and that's what we want, right? And look at this side, same thing with this side. Look at all this volunteer tomato plant and poppies. And all the poppies you see here are pretty much volunteer plants. Okay, so we're going to cut this video short. I think we've been showing you guys a lot of stuff. But the whole point of this video is to show you that you don't have to buy a lot of plants from the nursery. Once you kickstart the process going, if you have extra seeds, just throw them on the ground and they will grow. Once they grow, you can transplant them, you can move them wherever you want to, and that's how you get a lot of good free plants. Okay, well, oh, my guava is producing flowers now. Okay, everybody, come over here, guys. Say goodbye, everybody. Say thank you for watching.
Thanks for watching.
And please subscribe to our channel.
Yeah.
See you again next time.
See you.
All right, we'll see you again.